Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey to take a look at this brand new 2024 Kia Forte GT. This vehicle is in snow white pearl with a black Syntex interior with red cross stitch. Looks good. This one is maxed out with all the options you can get in a Forte GT. So we're going to check this thing out, see what it's bringing to the market here in this sporty compact sedan segment. So let's dig in. Front end of this Forte GT, I'm really liking the snow white pearl against the gloss black grille with the red accents. I think it looks really sharp. We have LED lighting all the way around up front, including the fog lamps with functional side air curtains, the GT badge on the right side of that tiger nose grille. I think it's a sharp looking sporty compact sedan. As we move around to our wheel and tire setup, this is where I wish they went with something else. We have an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, please excuse my shadow, with the black trim ring around the Kia center cap. And that indicates you got the GT. Standard brake and rotor package, but these wheels are wrapped in Kumho Majesty Solus all-season tires. And I think we could have done better there, especially with a sporty sedan. 225 on the width, a 40 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, front wheel drive. As we move back to check out the full side profile, I think the snow white pearl is a really nice looking color on a Kia Forte, especially with those red center caps on the wheels. No chrome around the windows, which I think was a smart move. As we come in closer, we are gloss black on our side view mirror with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and rear door handle. We have a left side fuel filler cap up top, color matched roof with the black shark fin and a standard sunroof. But let me know if you think this would have looked better if they blacked this roof out. I think that would have looked really cool. As we come around the back of our Forte GT, look at this action right here. This looks sharp. We have our gloss black deck lid spoiler coming off the top of the trunk, Kia badge in the middle. We have LED tail lights up top, but down below we have standard bulbs for turn signals. I still think those turn signals are too low. I think they should be up there where the tail lights are. And then we have the gloss black on the rear bumper area going into the rear diffuser area with the red accents and a functional dual exhaust. But since we got the performance Forte, let's hear how this engine sounds. We are under the hood of this 24 Forte GT, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Kia's 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. 201 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 27 in the city, 35 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87. So you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to have to pay for one of these? I'm liking this car, but I want to keep the cost down. Well, here we go. MSRP base for the 24 Forte GT, $24,690. Now, what do you get included for the base price? You get a few things included over and above the GT line. Well, you get the 1.6 liter turbo 4-cylinder engine and the 7-speed dual clutch transmission. You get the 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheels. You get a sport-tuned suspension, a sport-tuned dual exhaust, LED headlights, a GT steering wheel with the paddles, rear USB charge port and rear air vents, wireless phone charger, and a spare tire. That's all included for the $24,690. Now, on this vehicle, we have to add in an additional $295 for the snow white pearl paint, and then an extra $1,900 for the GT2 package, which gets you the power sunroof with sunshade, LED overhead interior lighting, the Harman Kardon sound system, multi-adjustable power driver seat, Syntex seating material, heated and ventilated front seats, and parking distance warning in reverse. We then add in $175 for the carpeted floor mats, And then we add in destination and delivery of $1,155 from Kia's Pesquera, Mexico assembly plant. And we have a total MSRP for this vehicle from the factory of $28,215. The dealer added wheel locks for an additional $161. So the total vehicle asking price on the lot today, $28,376. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all aluminum finish, proper footbox for a sporty sedan. The carpeted floor mats are in the trunk at this time. Down on the floor is where you can pop the trunk or your fuel filler door. And then on our seats, we have power seats with lumbar for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger, and then the black Syntex seating with the red cross stitch and the red piping. Looking good, GT embroidered into the front seats. Nice headrest, nice forgiving bolstering, nicely appointed interior. Passenger door panel, looking good, soft touch up top. Then some black plastic with a design in it around your brushed aluminum door handle, flat black on the switchgear. Nice soft armrest with the stitching. Good size door pocket for a small car. And then we have the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system in here. Up on the dash, you're looking at more soft touch, brushed aluminum that has GT right there. So everybody knows you went top trim action. Then it goes right into your heat and air vent. Looks good. And then our glove box, nice and large. Infotainment screen, we have Kia's 10.25-inch infotainment system. That means wired CarPlay, Android Auto. We have volume knobs right here and our tuning knob on the right side. We have touchscreen, which pins to zoom, and dual panel action, which I like. And you can control everything from right up here. So you can go into setup, you can go into vehicle, you can go and set up everything how you want it in the vehicle, but you can go to your ambient lighting right there. You can go right in here and you can select a mood for your ambient lighting. If you want dreamy purple, blue flight, whatever it may be, or you can go custom color and then set the custom color by moving everything around in the wheel. So that's nice. Or if you don't want to mess around with that, you can just go to your ambient lighting and then just link it to your drive mode. And now it'll display a different color depending on what drive mode you're in. So you have a couple of different choices there. You can go to your climate control. You can adjust that. You can go to your doors. You can adjust those. So it's really easy. We have obviously Bluetooth capability for your phone. We also have user profiles that you can set up, general settings where you can go ahead and set your clock, system info, that kind of thing. Kia Connect, connect the vehicle up with your phone. So they got that going on in here. So for a car priced at under 30,000, actually under 29 grand, they give you some nice features in this setup. And if you go to radio, obviously you're going to have your Sirius XM, AM, FM, and your presets. So they have you covered there as far as that goes. So nicely done. We go to our backup camera and look at that. Nice and clear with trajectory, nice and large. Backup sensors on the right side. So I do like how they have that set up. And you can go ahead and change your views if you want on this camera, depending on what you want to see when you're going down the road. So it's nice and easy to use and nice and clear. I do like that. Now, as we move down further, you got your four-way hazards, 2 heat and air vents, push button start, dual climate control right there. You can sync them together and you're all set. And then underneath, you have a 12-volt, 2 USB A's, and a wireless charging pad. Nice to have 1A and 1C in here. Here is the gear shift, take you through the 7-speed dual clutch with the leather and the red cross stitch. So I like how Kia kept that consistent with the seats. We see a lot of brands just go black here, and I like the fact that Kia paid attention. Now, what do we have here? We got 3-stage heated seats and 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Drive modes, cameras, but still no heated steering wheel on a Forte, and I think that's something Kia is going to need to address. I'd like to see one in here. I believe they have a heated steering wheel up in Canada, but not in the United States. Canadian viewers, please let me know if I'm right, or if I'm wrong, let me know what the actual action is. Then down below, electric emergency brake, auto vehicle hold on off, an area for storage, 2 cup holders, and then your Kia key fob. Looking good. We got the detonator style key fob. Lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, remote start, nice weight, looking good. And then right here, semi-soft on the armrest. We open that up, and there's a good size area for storage. Kia steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel with the red stitching, so I like, again, more consistency. And it's a nice thin wheel, and it's not too unwieldy and fat, which I really like. Kia badge on the horn button, flat bottom wheel for sportiness and help you get in and out of the vehicle easier. With GT on the bottom of the wheel, looking good. Flat black on your switchgear, telephone voice commands, modes for infotainment system, and favorites on the left. On the right, you got your cruise, safety suite controls, and all that other jazz, and of course, the controls for the digital portion of your dash. We do have paddles to go through the 7-speed dual clutch manually if you would like. Then on the left stalk, you got your headlamp and fog lamp controls, and then on the right, your windshield wipers. Down on the left, bright and dim the dash, safe exit on, off. I suggest leaving that on all the time. Traction control off. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So Kia has you all set there. And then we have your analog digital combo, analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then a small 4-inch display in the center. Our drive modes, we have smart, normal, and sport. We'll leave it in sport for our drive today. And then we have additional information you can go through in the center. And each one of these has some extra pages that you can look at too to make sure you got all the information you need up on the screen. Rear view mirror is where you have your emergency button in case there's an emergency on the road, or I should say SOS button. Kia Connect, so you can connect the vehicle up to your phone, info, auto dim, overhead console. Nice and easy to use. We got LED dome lighting. If you want the lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button is off and remains off. You can see, excuse me, it remains on, not off. And when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting dims out. There's a spot for your sunglasses right there. Now, to open up your standard roof, the shade is manual, and then it's one touch. Roof opens, wind buffeter comes up, one touch back for your roof. No problem, tilt function as well. And then, boom, close the shade, sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of the Forte GT, I have the seat set for my driving position, so in we go. No problem getting in, just duck your head down a little bit. This roof tends to be more of a fastback design. Might bump your head if you're a taller person, but I'm in the back, plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Syntex, plastic, no seat pocket behind the driver, cargo net behind the front passenger. Not in love with that. Down further, we have 2 heat and air vents and a USB-A for connectivity. Would have been nice to have 1A and 1C. And then the back door panels, looking good. The look is the same, but we have hard black plastic up top rather than soft touch. So here's our front door panel looking good. Here's the rear door panel looking the same, but not quite the same. In the back, same black Syntex with stitching and the insert design looking good. And then we have our armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. So in the back of this vehicle, I'm comfortable. I have heat and air. I have a place to plug my phone in, and I have a couple of cup holders. I'm all set back here, and it's got a good amount of room for a compact sedan in the back seat. Getting in the trunk of the Forte, you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the driver's foot box, or you can come to the back and right underneath the Kia badge. Boom, there's a button. It just flies right up. Not automatic, but it's really light. Now we have a nice wide opening, 15.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Forte GT. That's a big number for a compact sedan. Really well done. Here are the carpeted floor mats right here, and they're just kind of all black. And I don't see any design on them. There is a black design that says Forte, but since we got the GT, why don't we have some red on here, stitching, that sort of thing. Make it a little bit more fancy since you bought the top trim, but plenty of room back here. And then underneath here, like we mentioned earlier, you got the spare with some tools. So that's a good deal. And if you don't have anybody in the back and you need more room, you got pull levers right here. where you can drop the rear seats. 60-40 split. And now you got a nice big opening too for a small vehicle. So if you got some extra large items, you got a huge amount of room in this compact sedan. Really well done by Kia. Here we go with our window sticker, Forte GT 24, Snow White Pearl. Standard features on the left. And some of those will be replaced by the trim upgrade that we'll see here in a second. Here we go with our GT features included. Additional equipment including GT2 package, MSRP from the factory, fuel economy estimates, crash ratings, made by Kia in Mexico. Production used to be in South Korea, but they moved it out of Mexico as they're winding up Rio production. They're going to keep this down in Mexico, it looks like. Total asking price $28,376. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 24 Forte GT. Feeling good, looking good. Plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirror, rear view mirror, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, all that jazz. In this Forte GT, we got the sports tuned suspension and exhaust. Watch this handling. Look at that. And that's with all-season tires that I don't think are all that good on this car. You put on some sticky tires, like a Pilot Sport 4S, all season. If you want to keep them on year-round, you're going to get a lot more stick and a lot more fun out of this car, I think. 17.4 foot turning radius in this Forte GT is really, really quick. Now, we got front-wheel drive on the Forte GT with an open front diff. So if you stand on it too fast, you're going to spin wheels. But it takes off really well. Now, the 7-speed dual clutch I've always thought was a little jerky out of first and second before it's smoothed out. And it still feels a little bit that way, even though it doesn't feel as harsh as it has felt in the past. And the other thing I like is we don't have any pumped-in noise, right? Like we had when we did that Sonata N-Line. There's no active sound design in here to pump in noise on the Forte GT. So it's natural sound coming out the back. And that's nice. They do have the sports exhaust on here. It's a little muted. It's not bad. You probably could replace it with something a little bit louder if you wanted to. I'm sure people are going to mod this car. But it's really lively. It's really light on its feet like it's always been. It looks good on the interior. We're at a price point at just over $28,000, which is about $1,000 more than this same car was last year. So there has been a price increase for 2024, like there always seems to be anymore. We'll try out our brakes. Hands off. Stops in a straight line. Now we'll take off. And down the road we go. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3, no problem at all. But we have a lot of nice stuff in here because you got the GT2 package in here. So not only do you get the nice larger infotainment system, you get wireless charging, you get USB connectivity, you have heated and ventilated front seats for both front passengers. You have the drive modes, which I really like. That's not specific to the GT2 though. You get the nicer wheel with the GT on it. You get a sunroof. They got some really nice values in here. But one thing they still don't have on here, which I think would be a good idea, is here in the United States at least, there's no heated steering wheel option for a Forte. And I don't think it would be that hard to make that part of the GT2 package. It's a $1,900 package. So even it off at $200 and give me a $2,000 and give me a heated steering wheel. That's my thought. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, we're in manual now. So we're going to try this out. Here we go. Nice performance of the paddles. Down the road we go. We'll try to do a downshift, see how that works. Nice and quick. Start off in second. Down the road we go. Really well done. Handles great. Light on its feet. Nice response out of the dual clutch and manual mode. Nice response out of it in automatic, except a little jerky out of the first two gears like I've always experienced, but it isn't as bad as it used to be. At least that's my feeling. Other than that, really compelling value here for a compact sports sedan. And for me, it's really between the Kia Forte GT and the Hyundai Elantra N-Line. Let me know what you think about that action. How would you go? Would you go Forte GT? Would you go N-Line, Elantra? Both around the same price. Elantra is going to be a little bit more expensive, but let me know what you think. But I would like to thank Ciocca Kia here in Ewing, New Jersey for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Kia Forte GT in Snow White Pearl for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.